I'm Paulo Mendes.
And I'm Annie Limis.
Welcome to Everett Community College.
We're here in Whitehorse Hall, home to our visual arts, physical sciences, and journalism programs. Here, students can focus on skill development in studio art, photography, graphic design, web design, and more, with access to all the professional equipment they'll need. It's also home to The Clipper, EVCC's award-winning student newspaper, where students get hands-on, real-life experience via the printed publication and continuously updated multimedia website. Whitehorse also hosts our physical science programs, which include astronomy, atmospheric science, chemistry, computer science, engineering, geoscience, oceanography, and physics.
Hi, Annie.
Hey, Paulo, all fueled up and ready to go?
Yeah, we're about to head across the street and check out Liberty Hall. Want to come along?
Thanks, but I think I'm going to head over to the Student Fitness Center for a quick workout.
Okay, cool. Catch up with you later.
All right.
Liberty Hall is one of the newest buildings on campus. It's home to EVCC's health sciences and public safety programs, which include nursing, medical assisting, criminal justice and fire science, among others. Liberty has its own bookstore, where students can buy health science supplies or grab a snack. Whoa, look at the time. I need to get to MTech. Let me drop you off with Annie on the way.
Oh, hi, that was quick. Welcome to the Walt Price Student Fitness Center. Students enrolled at EVCC have free access to the fitness center. Just show your student ID to use the weight room, treadmills, or climbing wall anytime the gym is open. Physical education, yoga, and kickboxing classes are offered, and the Student Fitness Center is home to the Trojans, EVCC's 11 athletic teams, which include soccer, baseball, softball, basketball, track and field, cross country, and women's volleyball. Plus, it's a great place to unwind after a tough test or too many hours of studying. Hey, Paulo wants to know if you want to check out MTech. I'll tell him you're on your way.
You made it! For the next part of our tour, I thought I would show you around MTech, the Advanced Manufacturing Training and Education Center. MTech offers certificates that build to a college degree and family-wage jobs in the manufacturing industry. Programs include manufacturing pre-employment, engineering technology, composites technician, welding and fabrication, precision machining, and mechatronics. MTech students get the opportunity to work on exciting projects, like building radio-controlled cars and drones. Well, I better get back to class. Why don't you join Annie up in Park Student Union to finish up on our tour?
Hi, glad you found your way up from MTech. This is Park Student Union, kind of the hub for students on campus. This is where students enroll, register, pay tuition, buy parking permits, bus passes, and more. It's also home to Student Life, EVCC's Center for Leadership, Inclusion, Fun, and Engagement. With over 40 student clubs and organizations, information about campus events, and student leadership opportunities, Student Life is a great place for students to get involved and connected to campus. You can also find out about student housing through Student Life. Living on campus is a great way to meet friends, and student housing residents are only steps away from classes, the fitness center, transit center, and more. Another great feature of Parks is the Parks Cafe. With a great variety of food at reasonable prices, Parks Cafe is a great place to eat, study, or just hang out with friends. Parks is also where students can get their student ID and buy their books.
Hey, how did it go?
Great, we're just wrapping up.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us for a tour of EVCC.
Hopefully we've given you a taste of what EVCC is all about.
If you'd like to learn more about how you can become a student here, visit the website.
Or better yet, schedule a tour and see everything EVCC has to offer. Bye!
Good afternoon and welcome back to another edition of Trojan Basketball. I'm Michael Ghost, coming to you live from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center and Larry Walker Court at Everett Community College as the Trojans are going to be taking on Shoreline Community College, a game that was supposed to be a few weeks ago but got snowed out. We've bumped it over to right now. Both teams coming off of a 2-game losing streak and losses on Wednesday. Shoreline fell to Peninsula while Everett lost a 1-point heartbreaker to Bellevue right here on Larry Walker Court. Glad to have you with us. We've got women's basketball. In a couple hours we'll have men's basketball on the other stream. And first we're going to be going down to courtside for the PA announcer Dan Murphy, the national anthem and opening lineups. We'll be back here every Saturday through the rest of the month. All the home games are on Saturdays now, so I hope you'll tune in with us and hope you stick with us now. And for those of you who aren't listening right now because you're getting ready for that other sporting event, whatever day you're watching, welcome to Trojan Basketball. Glad to have you with us as well. Let's go down courtside for opening comments and the anthem.
But please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we turn and face the flag, joining the players and coaches already on the floor to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. All right, let's get things underway by introducing the starting lineups of these two teams that will be doing battle out on the Larry Walker Court. Beginning first with the visiting Dolphins from Shoreline Community College. Here is their starting lineup. Beginning with number 3, Kimura Nikado. Number 4, Loriana Sanchez. Number 10, Raylan Kimmel. Number 12, Kendi Smith. And rounding out the starters for the visiting Dolphins, wearing number 30, Elijah Burns. The Dolphins are coached by Mavena Kemp and Rodney Walker. All right, Trojan Nation, make a little noise because it is time to introduce the starters for the Everett Community College Trojans. Beginning first with a 5'5" freshman guard from Waimanalo, Hawaii, number 1, Trinity Kahunahana. She's joined in the backcourt by a 5'7" sophomore guard out of Snohomish, Washington, number 10, Morgan Marshall. And in the front court, a 5'11" freshman forward from Mill Creek, Washington, number 14, Alexa Martin. Next up, a returning sophomore, a 5'9" forward from right here in Everett, Washington, number 23, Hannah Hezekiah. And rounding out the starters for the Trojans, a 5'8" freshman from Reno, Nevada. She wears number 32, Larsa Guzman. The Trojans are coached by assistants Michaelia Johnson, Cheryl Sorensen, Deidre Miller, and the head coach, the man, the legend, Mr. Chet Hovde.
And we are ready to get underway. Live from Larry Walker Court. Kahunahana, Marshall, Martin, Hezekiah, and Guzman for the Trojans. Alexa Martin going out on the center court for the tip. Facing off against Sanchez, who's joined by Nicardo, Kimmel, Smith, and Burns for Shoreline. And here's the tip. Fought over, but Shoreline comes away with it. Smith taking the tip. Nicardo working around. Over to Smith, and we get an early whistle. First foul is going to be on Everett. Kahunahana. Burns inbounding for Shoreline. Into Smith. Takes a quick three, nothing but air. Rebound by Guzman. Works around to Hezekiah. Over to Martin. Marshall, then to Martin. Working its way back to Marshall again. Oh, almost rimmed that one in, no good. And step out of bounds, turns the ball back over to Everett, and they get another shot here. Inbounds to Guzman. Tries to work in, gets double teamed. That's swatted out of bounds. Last touched by Shoreline. Marshall inbounding. Quick catch and shot by Martin, no good. Rebound Shoreline, that one rolls out of bounds, and looks like they're going to say it was last touched by Everett. No, last touch by Shoreline. They're going to talk about it here. Kahunahana with the ball. Back over to Guzman. Back to Kahunahana. Back to Guzman for three. Rims out, no good. Saved inbounds, but right to Marshall. Her shot is no good, but we get a whistle. And a foul called. First foul on Shoreline is going to be on Burns. Morgan Marshall from Snohomish High School. Her first shot rims out. Still no score. We're a little over a minute into this game. Still zeros on the board. Second shot is in, and Everett's on the board 1-0. Nicardo bringing it in. Guarded by Kahunahana. Pass goes to Burns. She loses it out of bounds. Last touched by Everett. That's what I thought. Nobody wanted to inbound it. Smith on the inbounds. Sends that way out to Nicardo. Stolen away by Kahunahana. Looks like she was going to step out of bounds, but we get a foul before that. Second foul for Shoreline is going to be the first on Nicardo. Kahunahana brings it in. Throw in the corner to Marshall. Marshall sends it back over to Martin. Back to Marshall again. Marshall for three, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's won by Shoreline. Smith with the ball. Gets that out to Burns. Burns' shot is a little long, no good. Guzman bringing it in. Over to Kahunahana. And we get a travel. Turnover, sends it back to Shoreline. Burns inbounds. Ricardo coming across. Over to Smith. Takes it herself, and the shot's no good. Rebound, Everett. Also run ahead to Marshall. Marshall takes a shot. Gets nothing but air. Saved inbounds, right out of bounds again. Shoreline ball. 7:25 on the clock, still 1-0. So who had the under on this game? That's where we're headed. Burns inbounds to Nicardo, pardon me. Kimura Nicardo from East Anchorage High School. Over to Kimmel. And we get a foul off the ball. A little between Kahunahana and Nicardo. And that's going to be on Kahunahana. No, pardon me, that's going to be on Nicardo. Second personal foul, 13 foul for Shoreline. And both of those players are going to take a little rest. It looks like they called mutual fouls on the two of them. Everett stealing the inbounds. Guzman gets that into Martin. Martin to Marshall. Underneath to Martin. Shot no good. Rebound battled for. Trojans have possession on the jump ball. Marshall to inbounds. Gets it into Guzman. She makes a little space. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Up for three. Catches a little net, but that's it. Ball goes back to the Dolphins. Sanchez inbounds to Louis. Zaylin Louis from Waiakea High School. And we get a foul call. Contentious game so far. Guzman's first foul, third team foul for Everett. 6 fouls on the board between these two teams so far. Out of bounds, they say last touch by Sanchez of the Dolphins. Guzman bringing it in. Side to Delaney now in the game. Pass intercepted. Burns gets it underneath to Smith. Smith's shot, no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shoreline. We're going to get a timeout. I think both these teams need to regroup a little bit. It is 1-0 with just over 6 minutes to go. We'll be back right after this on Trojans Live.
Hi, my name is Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
Well, we're in a shootout. It's 1-0. A little over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Remember, we'll be back next Saturday as Everett Community College is taking on Whatcom. We'll be live 4 o'clock for the women's tip, 6 o'clock for the men's tip. Whatcom Orca coming to town. In between that on Wednesday, Everett's going on the road. If you'd like to go just up the street to Skagit Valley College, we'll be playing up there. 5 o'clock tip for the women, 7 o'clock for the men. We won't be streaming that one, so if you want to catch that one, you're going to have to leave your couch, your car, wherever you happen to be. Go on into Skagit Valley College and root on the Trojans. Ready to get back underway. Yeah, let's see if we can get a couple more points on the board to go with the one that's there. Intercepted pass. Louis tries a bounce pass. The ref says that was kicked. Possession stays with Shoreline. Inbounds to Smith. He gives it up to Louis. Shot from outside, no good. Smith leaving that one a little short. Marshall. Over to Guzman, back to Marshall. Over to Delaney, back to Marshall. Pass tipped, but Martin gets a handle on it. Over to Guzman. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot is batted down. Grabbed by Smith, but we get a whistle. Going to be a foul on Everett. First on Marshall. Burns kicks it outside. Shot from 3. That one is good, and Shoreline is on the board. 3-1. Hezekiah working around the outside. Over to Delaney. Nowhere to go there. Marshall shot, no good. Rebound Shoreline. Burns trying to get the bounce pass around. Everett player gets in the way. That's going to be Martin, Alexa Martin with her first foul. 5 team fouls for Everett in the quarter. And Burns is going to go to the line. Burns from Desert Pine High School in Las Vegas. Sinks that one. 4-1 Shoreline lead. And the second shot is missed. Hezekiah bring it across. Sends it over to Marshall. Back to Hezekiah. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by Shoreline. Inbounds to Hezekiah. Over to Martin. Martin to Delaney. Macy works underneath. Sends that back out. Swatted out of bounds. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Everett to inbounds. Quick shot. Catches the rim. New shot clock. Marshall with that one. That one is missed. Rebound. Tipped away. Gathered in by Hannah Hezekiah. She'll go for 3. Get a foul on the shot. That's going to be on Shoreline. 4th team foul for Shoreline. First personal on Zaylin Louis. And Hezekiah shooting 2. Very physical game so far between these two closely matched teams. Shoreline coming in at 2-3. Everett at 3-3. Both teams coming off a couple of losses, looking to turn their fortunes around. Hezekiah's shot is good. Makes it 4-2. Second shot rattles off. Actually, that was a 3-point shot she was fouled on, so she's getting 3 here. Pardon my miscalculation. Shot number 3 rattles in. 1-point ball game, 4-3. Shoreline with the lead. Louis brings it across. Burns tries to put that up. Can't, but the putback is missed. Second putback goes out of bounds. Last touched by Everett. Burns with the inbounds. Gives it to Kimmel. Kimmel tries to get it back to Burns. Intercepted by Hezekiah. She sends it ahead to Delaney. Gives it to Martin. Back to Hezekiah. Bounce pass to Delaney. Back to Hezekiah. Long 3. Short. Rebound by Turner. Back to Hezekiah. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass tipped away. We get a whistle. That's going to be foul number 2 on Louis for the Dolphins. Shoreline at 5 fouls. Alexa Martin goes to the line. She makes the first, ties it up, 4 apiece. Second shot. Off the back iron, no good. Sanchez with the rebound. Sends it up to Smith. Into the corner to Kimmel. Kimmel sent it out to Smith. Smith over to Ryden. Shot up, no good. Rebounds tipped around and eventually comes down to Smith. Shot from the corner is no good. Shoreline still with the ball, and the shot clock runs out. That's going to go back to Everett. Just over 2.5 to go. We are tied 4-4. Martin inbounds to Hezekiah. Hezekiah over to Delaney. Pass to Marshall was almost intercepted by Hezekiah. Martin with a shot, no good. Smith brings it in, gives up to Sanchez. Puts a shot up, but we get a whistle. That's going to be on Everett. It's going to be the second personal on Alexa Martin. Loriana Sanchez from Kentwood High School at the line. And the first shot is good. Put Shoreline up by 1. Second shot is also good. 6-4 Shoreline lead. Delaney gets up to Marshall. Marshall gets it back to Macy. Over to Martin. Pass back to Delaney is intercepted. Layup no good. Marshall with the ball. Long pass to Martin. Martin's 3. Nothing but net. That puts Everett on top by 1, 7-6 with a little over a minute and a half to go. Smith with the ball. He kicks out to Kimmel. Shot no good. Rebound Delaney. Stolen away, but we're going to get a jump ball. Arrow is favoring Everett. And Trojans will keep possession of that one. Looks like the arrow is pointing the wrong way. Shoreline head coach Rodney Walker catching that mistake. I thought Trojans had the last one. Refs are going to talk about it just to make sure. Trojans are going to take advantage of the pause to get a little water. All right, we got it sorted out. Dolphin ball. Kimball to inbound. Shot up. A little short off the rim, no good. Hezekiah bringing it in. It's up to Turner. Laying down on the ball is Smith, long enough to get a timeout called. We'll take a break. Everett leads 7-6, just over a minute ago. And we will be back right after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
And we are back to Larry Walker Court. Trojans lead 7-6 late in the first quarter. Shoreline bringing it across. Smith with the ball to Ryden. And we get a whistle. Physical game going on, and the refs are really watching it. It's going to be first personal on Macy Delaney. Delaney coming off of a 20-point game last week, or I should say Wednesday. Well, it's Sunday, that'd be last week. Shot up and in. Tie game, 7 apiece. Second shot up from Ryden. Is no good. Or is good. 8-7 Shoreline lead. Marshall to Delaney. Back to Marshall to Hezekiah. Over to Martin. Into the corner to Hezekiah. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hezekiah for three. Nothing but net. Trojans go back on top, 10-8. Shot clock off. 15 seconds to go. Off balance shot is no good, but we get a whistle. It's going to be the third personal foul on Alexa Martin. We are still here in the first quarter, and Alexa's going to take a seat. Raven Rosalosco coming in from Moanalua High School in Honolulu. First shot from Kendi Smith is good. Makes it a 10-9 game. Second shot ties it up at 10. 13.3 seconds. Everett with the inbound. Hezekiah brings it across. Working her way in. Pass underneath is tipped away, and looks like we got another foul. 2 seconds left. That one is going to be the first personal on Ryden of Shoreline. Macy Delaney goes to the line. And that's good. Everett up by 1, 11-10. Second shot. Off the back iron. Rebound! Marshall put back is good at the horn. That puts Everett up by 3. End of the first quarter. Everett 13, Shoreline 10. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment. You are watching Trojans Live.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
Back to the loft above Larry Walker Court. Well, in the first quarter, Hannah Hezekiah is leading the way for the Trojans with 5 of Everett's 13 points, followed by Alexa Martin with 4, 3 from Marshall and 1 from Delaney over on the Shoreline side. Sanchez has 5. They're getting 2 apiece from Smith and Ryden and 1 from Burns. Everett with the ball. To Guzman, back to Hezekiah, underneath to Turner, and her shot is up and good. 15-10, Everett up by 5. First points of the second quarter didn't take nearly as long as the first. Smith gives over to Kimmel. Kimmel to Sanchez. Back to Smith. Back to Kimmel. Over to Burns. Burns gives up to Sanchez. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Everett. Marshall bringing that one in, giving up to Guzman. Shot from Hezekiah is good for 3. Everett up by 8. Looking to push away here in the second quarter. Smith with the ball, slows it down. Marshall guarding. Into the corner, shot up. In and out. Burns fights for the rebound, puts one up. No good. Rebound tipped out. Shot from Ryden is no good. Rebound Shoreline. Put back from Sanchez is no good. The Shoreline just padded their rebound stats. Hezekiah coming in with it, makes contact. Foul's going to be on Shoreline. First personal on Kendi Smith. Guzman to inbounds to Marshall. Over to Hezekiah. Back to Marshall. To Turner for the shot. No good. Nice rebound from Rosalasco, and she draws a foul. Second team foul on Shoreline this quarter. First personal on Sanchez. Rosalasco to inbounds. It's to Marshall. To Guzman. And out of bounds. Ball goes back to Shoreline. We get a substitution before the inbounds. Coming back in is Louis. Smith brings it across. Gives it to Kimmel. Kimmel to Burns, almost stolen away there. Burns with it again. Shot in traffic, rattles around and falls in. Cuts the lead to 6 for Everett. Foot on the line from Marshall, but her shot is good. Puts 2 back up on the board, 20-12. Contact made, and that's going to be a charge. Second personal foul on Smith. Inbounds to Hezekiah. Hannah brings it across. Over to Guzman. Pass in traffic, just gets through after she fights for it. Hezekiah tries to kick it out, but she takes a couple of steps and gets a travel. 7 1/4 left to play in the second quarter. Inbounds to Nicardo, will bring it across. Louis, it's that underneath to Kimmel. Her shot's no good. Rebound Everett. Lasco fighting for that one. Hezekiah comes across the half court. Pass over to Marshall. She goes down to the floor, draws the foul. 4th foul on Shoreline, 2nd personal on Burns. That'll send her to the line for the shooting foul. Marshall, first shot. Up and good. Everett leads 21-12. Looking to make it a double-digit margin here, and she does. 10-point Everett lead. One more shot. Make it 11-point lead. 23-12 as she drains all 3. Nicardo working her way in. Dribbles that one off of her foot. Hezekiah passes ahead and shot up and good for Morgan Marshall. Makes it a 13-point game. Right in with the ball. Oh, pardon me, that's Nicardo with the ball. Louis sends it out to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Pass to Sanchez. Her shot is up and good, and she'll get a chance for one more. Cuts Everett's lead to 11. She has a chance to take it down to 10. Second personal foul on Guzman. Turner taking a rest. Rachel Hendrickson coming in for her. Hendrickson from Mariner High School here in Everett. Shot up and good. 10-point game. Tight half-court defense, or full-court defense being played by Shoreline, but Everett breaks it. And we get a foul call. Not a foul, just a violation. Refs are going to talk about it, decide just what they did want to blow the whistle for. Everett leads Shoreline 25-15. We've got 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. Doing a little housework on the court while we wait for the refs to straighten this one out. Talk with the official on the bench. And they're going to video. We're going to get a little replay saying that the foul was on Nicardo up on the scoreboard. Now we're going to trade referees. So everybody can get in on the replay. And then they're going to have a little meeting about it. And I think we finally figured it out. Refs are going to inform the coaches, and then we should finally get back into action. All right, looks like Hannah Hezekiah is going to get a shot here. Shot is up and good. Intentional foul called on Nicardo. Second shot is missed. Been seeing a lot of that on both sides. First shot in, second shot not. All right, Everett with possession. Marshall with the ball. To Hezekiah, back to Marshall. Back to Hezekiah. Underneath to Hendrickson. Passes way outside to Guzman. Shot no good. Smith with the ball. Gets it underneath to Burns. Puts a shot up, gets fouled. Shot doesn't fall. But she'll go to the line. Second team foul on Everett this quarter. First personal on Rosalasco. Burns at the line. First shot. Off the front iron. Second shot. Rattles off two. Rebound, Hezekiah. Hezekiah brings it across. Pass over to Marshall. Underneath to Guzman. Loses the handle on that, and it gets turned over, but we get a whistle. Looks like it's going to be on Shoreline. It's going to be the third personal on Kendi Smith. And that's going to send Larsa Guzman to the free throw line. And it's going to send Smith to the bench to get a little bit of a rest. Riding in for her. First shot. Off the back iron, no good. Second shot is good. Trojans up by 12 now. Louis with the ball. Over to Kimmel. Kimmel gets it to Burns. She's met. And a jump ball. This time the arrow really does belong to Everett. Or maybe not. Shot from the corner, no good. Long rebound corralled by Kimmel. Over to Louis. Up to Sanchez. Her three rattles in. 27-18, Everett leads. Guzman to Hezekiah, back to Guzman. She puts one up. Hits the back iron, bounces high, rebound Shoreline. Louis with the ball. Batted away, rejected by Hannah Hezekiah. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Hannah. Now we're going to get a timeout called on the floor. Just under 4.5 to go. Trojans lead 27-18. We'll be back after this.
I chose Everett Community College because I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and we are all first-generation students. All my sisters came here, so I'm following in their footsteps to pursue higher education while saving money. My advice to others would be to be proud for considering a community college, especially Everett Community College, because it's a beautiful, diverse, and inclusive campus that is really worth attending. Take your next step at everettcc.edu.
Hi, my name is Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
Back to Everett Community College. Trojans lead 27-18. Still have seats available underneath us if you'd like to come on down for some basketball. We still have a half and change to play in the women's game, plus a men's game, plus concessions going on. They've got popcorn, hot dogs. I'll be getting my hot dog in between games. And if you come on down, just $3 for a hot dog, and they aren't one of the little skimpy ones too. These are the big ones on the stadium buns. Come on out, get a dog, watch some basketball, and join us here at Everett Community College. Burns to inbound for Shoreline. Gets it to Kimmel. And we get a whistle. Foul on Hezekiah, her first. Burns to inbounds again. Inbounds that one off of Ryden's foot, but she gets a handle on it. Sanchez over to Louis. To Kimmel. Three is a little long. Rebound Sanchez. Putback is good and one. Foul is going to be the second on Hannah Hezekiah. Hannah picking up 2 quick fouls. Loriana Sanchez of Kentwood High School puts that one up and in. Makes it a 6-point game. Hezekiah comes across. Pull out to Turner to Hezekiah. Gotta work her way in off Turner's pick. Gets her on rebound twice. 2 shots, 2 rebounds. Shots are no good, and then we get a whistle. Goes out of bounds. Ball stays with the Trojans. 18 seconds, no, 20 seconds on the shot clock. They just put 2 back on. Rosalasco inbounds to Marshall. Gives it up to Guzman. Guzman's shot is a little long. Saved in the corner by Rosalasco. Marshall trying to find an in. Guzman trying to do the same. Gets it underneath for Rosalasco. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Sanchez. Louis with the ball. Sends it underneath to Kimmel. Off balance shot from Sanchez drops in, and she draws the foul. Third foul on Guzman. And it sends Sanchez to the line. Everett leads by 4 now. Sanchez with a shot to get it within 3. And she does. 27-24, Everett leads, 3:15 to go. Guzman brings it across. Hezekiah back to Guzman. Underneath to Turner. So she gets it to Guzman. Shot no good. Guzman contesting on the inbounds. Louis working around. Poked away by Rosalasco. She'll take it all the way. Layup is no good, but rebound. Marshall there to corral it, put it back for 2. Makes it a 5-point game. Louis inbounds, gets it back, and takes it across. Off balance shot, no good. Touched out of bounds by Sanchez. It'll be Everett ball. And we're going to get a timeout on the court. 2:19 to go. Everett leads 29-24. We'll be back in just a moment. Coming to you live from Larry Walker Court at Everett Community College. We'll be back right after this.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We are back at Everett Community College. Trojans lead by 5. And Hezekiah bringing the ball across. Bounce pass to Turner. Over to Delaney. Macy gives it back to Turner. Into the corner to Rosalasco. She drives underneath, gives up to Delaney. Shot is up but blocked, and we get a whistle. That's going to be third personal on Zaylin Louis. Macy Delaney to the line. In and out. Steps back up. Second shot. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Shoreline. We immediately get a foul called on the rebound. And that one's going to be Macy's second foul. That's going to send Ryden to the line. Malia Ryden from Lakewood High School in Arlington drops her first one in. Cuts the lead to 4. Second shot is also good, makes it a 3-point game, 29-26, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Half-court press. Everett breaks it. Delaney with the ball. It's passed back outside, ending up with Hezekiah. To Marshall. Back to Hezekiah. That one misses completely. Rebound Shoreline. Louis pass underneath. Shot is blocked, but we get a foul. Refs calling this one pretty close. Third personal on Macy Delaney. First shot from Kimmel rattles out. Somebody's happy to be here. Second shot also rolls off, but rebounded by Sanchez. She puts it up and in for two. We got a 1-point game. Hezekiah with the ball. Pass over to Delaney, underneath to Rosalasco. Second shot is no good. Delaney tries to feed Turner. That one bounces off a Shoreline player and out of bounds. Everett ball underneath the basket. 12 seconds on the shot clock, a minute 12 on the game clock. Checking back in is Rachel Hendrickson. Inbounds goes to Marshall. 10 seconds. Stolen away from Hendrickson. Louis with the ball. Puts that one up. And we are going to get a blocking foul. That's going to be the second personal on Morgan Marshall. Didn't quite get her feet set. And Louis at the line. First shot is good, and we are tied again at 29. Chance for Louis to put Shoreline in the lead. No good off the back iron. Rebound Hendrickson. Marshall with the ball inside a minute. Hezekiah. Back to Marshall. She'll stop and pop and drop that one in for two. Everett up, 31-29. Louis with the ball. Over to Kimmel. Tries to get underneath to Burns. She's tied up. Jump ball and Dolphin ball again. Inbounds to Kimmel. Back to Burns. Taken away. Hezekiah with the ball. Shot clock is off. Hannah's going to work it underneath to Hendrickson. Outside to Marshall. Her shot is good. Put on the line for two. That puts Everett up by 4. 15 seconds left. Chance for Shoreline to take the final shot. Louis works underneath. It's that one up. No good. 5 seconds on the clock. Pass goes up to Marshall. Marshall's shot rolls off the rim. No good. No time for Hendrickson to put the putback up. It would have been good if she could have gotten it up in time, but it was a little bit late. That's the end of the first half. Everett leads Shoreline 33-29. We're going to take a little break, tabulate some stats. I'll come back and give those to you in just a bit. We'll have the second half in about 15 minutes.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball, but the official ball of you.
I chose Everett Community College because I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and we are all first-generation students. All my sisters came here, so I'm following in their footsteps to pursue higher education while saving money. My advice to others would be to be proud for considering a community college, especially Everett Community College, because it's a beautiful, diverse, and inclusive campus that is really worth attending. Take your next step at everettcc.edu.
Most people want their dreams to happen right now. They want to achieve everything overnight. But if a dream can come true that quickly, it's probably not that much of a dream. I know, I'm just a kid. I know my dream is crazy. But I know I'm going to be an overnight success. Even if it takes 10 years.
Got a mountain to climb or a hill to walk up, either way it'll cost you. So I'm going for the big things, yeah.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hi, my name's Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to Everett Community College. I'm Michael Ghost, taking a look at stats. We'll start with the road Shoreline team. Leading all scorers with 19 points is Loriana Sanchez. He's followed by 4 from Ryden, 3 from Burns, 2 from Smith, and 1 from Louis. Over on the home Trojan side, Morgan Marshall in double figures is leading the Everett side with 16. Followed by Hannah Hezekiah with 9, 4 from Martin, 2 from Turner, and 1 apiece from Delaney and Guzman. Take a look at team scoring for Everett. Their 33 points are coming from 10 of 36 shooting from the field. That's 27.8%. 3 of 16 from three-point range. And they're 10 of 18 from the free throw line. The Shoreline side, their 29 points are from 7 of 32 shooting from the field, 21.9%. They are 2 of 12 from three-point range and 13 of 19 from the free throw line. Everett leading in turnovers, 9-8. Points off turnovers are even at 5 apiece. Total rebounds, Everett on top, 33-26. They lead offensive rebounds, 16-13, and defensive rebounds, 17-13. Everett being a little more generous on assists with 7 to Shoreline's 4. Everett has 4 blocks to Shoreline's 3. Shoreline has 6 steals to Everett's 5. A lot of fouls between these two teams. 16 for Everett, 13 for Shoreline. Coming off the bench, Shoreline scored 5 to Everett's 3. And they've got 11 second chance points to Everett's 8. Points in the paint are even at 8 apiece. Well, we've got about 4.5 minutes to go till second half action. Trojans are coming out on the court to warm up. Shoreline's already out there. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half. We are just about ready to get back to action. Trojans lead 33-29 halfway through this contest. We'll have the men's game coming up at 2 o'clock or about 20 minutes after this match ends, whichever one comes last. Morgan Marshall to inbounds to Hezekiah. Back to Marshall. Back to Hezekiah. Underneath to Guzman. That one hangs up for a little bit, decides to fall in through the hole. Trojans up by 6. Smith with the ball, directing traffic. Go over to Nicardo. Nicardo to Kimmel. Into the corner to Smith. Back to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Underneath to Sanchez. She puts it up and in. Kahunahana back in. Shot up from Martin. Bounces out, no good. Ricardo to Smith. Over to Kimmel. Back to Smith. Back to Nicardo. Out to Kimmel. Smith. Smith underneath to Burns. Burns puts a shot up. Goes right over the top. Rebound Everett. Kahunahana with the ball. Kahunahana with a long three. No good. Rebound Burns. Ricardo ahead to Sanchez. Her shot is tipped away by Hezekiah. Underneath Kahunahana, can't get that one to fall. Burns seals her off for the rebound. Nicardo backs off. To Smith. Everybody over on the right side. Now they're going to spread out again. Kimmel with the ball. To Nicardo. Pass inside to Sanchez is intercepted. Marshall. Get over to Guzman. To Kahunahana. To Hezekiah for three, and she drops it in. Everett up by 7. Nicardo brings it across. Guarded by Kahunahana. Smith for three, and she answers back. Takes it back to a 5-point margin. Or 4-point margin, pardon me. I didn't take my math classes at Everett Community College. Kahunahana. Guzman gets it underneath to Martin. Her shot is deflected out of bounds. The pass goes out of bounds, that is. Inbounds from Smith to Nicardo. Nicardo's shot over Martin is an air ball. Marshall brings it in, gives up to Martin. Martin for three. Trading three-pointers, Everett and Shoreline. Trojans up 41-34. Nicardo to Smith. Sends it underneath to Sanchez. She'll take it back outside to Nicardo. To Smith. Over to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Loses a handle but gets it back. Whistle on the play. First foul of the second half is going to be on Everett, and that is the third personal on Trinity Kahunahana. Non-shooting foul. Burns inbounds to Kimmel. Kimmel over to Nicardo. Into Sanchez. Stops, pops, and that one goes off in the front iron. Last touched by Everett, or last touched by Shoreline. Everett basketball. Martin inbounds to Kahunahana. Half-court press coming from Shoreline. Nice pass up by Marshall. Her shot off the glass is good. And it's a 9-point game. Nicardo coming in. Smith gets it back to Nicardo. Over to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Into Burns. Burns sends it out to Smith. Smith's three is off the iron, no good. Hezekiah loses a handle on that. Burns passes it ahead to Sanchez all alone. Puts it up for two. 7-point game. Kahunahana just gets that pass into Martin. Sends it out to Marshall, no good. Rebound from Burns. Nicardo to Smith. Back to Nicardo. Over to Kimmel. Into Burns. Her shot off the glass finds its way in. 5-point game, 43-38. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Shot up from Martin is no good. Rebound Marshall over to Hezekiah. Plenty of time to look at that. Three bounces up, down, and back in. Makes it an 8-point game. Nicardo driving. Sends Kahunahana to the boards, and that's going to be a blocking foul. Fourth personal on Trinity, and we're going to get a timeout. 4:09 to go, 46-38 the Everett lead. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, my name is Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
Minutes, 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Everett leads 46-38. Shoreline having a little extended meeting out on the court after the timeout. Nicardo giving some instruction. And she's up at the line. Ricardo's first shot, a little long, no good. Second shot is up. That one is about the same. Rebounded by Burns, put back is no good. And we get a foul on the second rebound. That's going to be on Shoreline. Their first foul of the quarter, fourth personal on, or no, I don't think they've updated this yet. Second personal on Sanchez. Inbounded from the wrong spot, so we're going to do that again. Martin inbounds to Guzman. She'll take it across. Hezekiah Got to Guzman. Back to Hezekiah for three. That's good. Pushes the lead to double digits at 49-38. Long pass underneath to Sanchez. She puts it up and in. Cuts it back down to 9. Guzman brings it across. Pass over to Marshall. Back to Guzman. Back to Marshall for three. A little short. Nice rebound by Guzman. Putback is no good. Second putback is no good, but she draws the foul. That's going to be the fourth personal on Kendi Smith. Larsa Guzman from Reed High School in Reno, Nevada. She'll be at the line to shoot two. And Smith will take a seat for Shoreline. First shot, a little long, a little wide to the right. Second shot with a chance to get the lead back to double digits. A couple of bounces, and that one's good. Everett up by 10, 50-40 with 3 1/4 to play here in the third. Ball into the corner to Kimmel. She puts that one in. Cuts that 10-point lead down to 7 inside 3 minutes. Guzman out to Marshall. Marshall to Turner. Turner gets it in. Eventually works his way out to Hezekiah. She'll put that one up short. Martin trying to save that one. Can't quite get there. Possession goes back to Shoreline. Nicardo brings it across. Pass over to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Over to Louie. Back to Nicardo. Over to Kimmel. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot up from Louie is off the iron. A rebound by Marshall. She'll give it up to Hezekiah. And over to Guzman. Marshall, who sends it across to Hezekiah. Hannah's going to drive in. Back out to Marshall. Marshall drives in. Stops, pops, and that one rattles short. Rebound by Martin. Putback is no good, but she'll draw the foul and shoot two. Third personal foul on Sanchez. Third team foul on Shoreline. Alexa Martin from Jackson High School here in Everett. Ryden comes back in for Shoreline. Louis takes to the bench. And the shot's good. Gives Everett the 8-point lead. Martin's second shot is good as well. Pushes the lead to 9. Nicardo directing traffic. Brings it across. Over to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo. Back to Ryden. Back to Nicardo. Over to Burns. 15 on the clock. Shot up from Kimmel is good. Inside the line for 2. Makes it a 7-point game. Ball over to Guzman. Back to Hezekiah, whose pass gets intercepted. That one's tapped out of bounds by Everett. Shoreline will keep the ball. Nicardo brings it across. Sends that over to Ryden. Ryden's shot is no good. Rebound, Everett. Pass batted right back at Turner. Gives it to Hezekiah, who will bring it across. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Over to Martin for the three. Rolls off. Rebound, Guzman. Put back, no good. Turner with it. Swipe from Burns. Got a little bit more than the ball, and we get a foul. That's going to send her to the line as the 5th team foul. 3rd personal on Burns. No, it's not going to send her to the line. I guess that's 4. They'd already put up the foul on the board ahead of me. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Marshall gives up to Hezekiah. To Martin. Over to Turner. Underneath to Guzman. And she puts that one up with a little spin. Drops in good. About 2 seconds difference between the shot and the game clock. Put up from Burns. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Everett. Shot clock off, 20 seconds to go. Hezekiah is going to slow it down, try and take the last shot of the 3rd quarter. Guzman back to Hezekiah. 5 seconds. For 3, off the iron, no good, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Trojans lead by 9, 54-45, headed to the final and 4th quarter. You're watching Trojans Live. We'll be back after this.
Amazing, diverse, beautiful community. When new students ask me how to describe Everett Community College, this is what I say. I'm proud that I chose EVCC. Take your next step at everettcc.edu.
Well, after 3 quarters for Shoreline, Sanchez has 25. Shoreline's getting 5 apiece from Burns, Smith, and Kimmel, 4 from Ryden, and 1 from Louis. Everett's being led, double figures by Marshall and Hezekiah with 18 points apiece. 9 from Martin, Guzman with 6, 2 from Turner, and 1 from Macy Delaney. 4th quarter underway. Ricardo with the ball. Works over to Kimmel. Louis, back to Ricardo. Back to Louis, and she'll shoot for 3. A little short. Rebound underneath by Sanchez, but we get some contact. First foul of the 4th quarter is going to be on Everett. That's going to be the 4th foul on Larsa Guzman. She's not going to take a little rest. Macy Delaney's coming in for Turner, actually. Inbounds to Kimmel. Her 3 is short. Hezekiah gets a rebound. Throws it up ahead to Marshall. Marshall layup. Bounces in for 2. That puts Everett up by 11. Ricardo. Pass to Louis. Tries to get it into Sanchez, but is off her fingertips. Pass up ahead to Delaney is no good. Ricardo driving. Kicks that out to Kimmel, but they call a foul. That's going to be a charge on Ricardo, her 4th personal. As many fouls as we're seeing. We'll have to see how many people finish this game on the bench. Hezekiah coming in. Over to Martin. Out to Delaney, who almost loses the grip on that one. Back to Martin. Hezekiah. To Delaney, who drives underneath. Loses a handle on it. I Set outside off the rim from Marshall. Rebound Everett. Hezekiah for two. Gets that one to fall. 58-45, 13-point lead. Long shot from Nicardo's off the back iron. Rebound by Sanchez. She'll send that back out to Smith. Gives it up to Nicardo. She'll try another three. Offline as well. Hezekiah brings it in. Long pass is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Kimball. Everett will keep the ball. 25 on the shot clock. Kimball inbounds to Hezekiah. Hannah, pass over to Marshall. Marshall out to Hezekiah. Poked by Kimmel, but she hangs on to it. High layup off the glass is good for two, and it's a 15-point lead inside 8 minutes. Nicardo brings it in, gives over to Kimmel, back to Nicardo. Nicardo over to Kimmel, underneath to Sanchez, layup is good. 60-47. Hezekiah across. Martin with the ball. Over to Delaney. Delaney off a nice pick. Can't get that one to fall though. Nicardo with the rebound. Brings it in. She'll go all the way. Shot is short, but we get another whistle. Fourth personal on Martin. Nicardo at the line. That one rattles about 37 times and pops back out. Off the back iron. Sanchez with the rebound. Nicardo with the three. Offline. Rebound Louis. Gets it to Nicardo. She tries to pass over to Burns, but it's tapped out of bounds. Shoreline will keep the ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Couple substitutions for Everett. Kimmel with the ball. Over to Burns. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound Sanchez. Putback is no good, but we get another whistle. Third personal on Hezekiah. That'll send Sanchez to the line. Inside 7 minutes to go in this contest. Rattles and out. Second shot from Sanchez. Bounces off the front, rolls off the back. Kahunahana bringing it across. Trinity playing with 4 fouls. Draws one there. Fourth personal on Zaylin Louis. Rosa Lasco just came in on the last possession to inbounds, and we are going to get a timeout. Everett leads Shoreline 60-47. 6 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. We'll be back with more second half action coming your way next.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to Everett Community College. Just over 6.5 to go. Trojans lead by 13. Whole lot of players in foul trouble so far, so we'll see how many we have left available for the court once this game comes to an end. 3 different players on the court right at the moment playing with 4 fouls. Nicardo and Smith for Shoreline. Kahuna Hana for Everett. 3 more out there with 3 fouls each. Shot up from Hezekiah is no good. She gets her own rebound way on the outside. Marshall gives it out to Kahuna Hana. Hezekiah back to Kahuna Hana. Inside to Rosalasco. Works its way out to Marshall for a shot. Off the back iron, no good, but we've got another foul. Physical play from Smith, and that is going to be her night as she gets her 5th foul. Kendi Smith is going to take to the bench and be replaced by Zaylin Louis. So we have our first foul out of the game. Marshall at the line. Puts that one up and in. Well, the number of people with 4 fouls hasn't changed because Zaylin Louis is playing with 4. Everett up by 14. Make that 15. And she'll get one more. Fouled in the act of shooting for 3. Makes the 3-point play. 63-47 Everett lead. Smith gives up to Nicardo. Sends it over to Louis. Back out to, that's Kimmel. Kimmel into Sanchez. Gets that swatted away. Pass goes ahead to Marshall. Shot up and good for 2. And that pushes Everett's lead to 18. We're going to get a timeout. 5:52 left to go in this contest. 65-47 Everett leads. Back after this.
Hi, my name is Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
I chose Everett Community College because I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and we are all first-generation students. All my sisters came here, so I'm following in their footsteps to pursue higher education while saving money. My advice to others would be to be proud for considering a community college, especially Everett Community College, because it's a beautiful, diverse, and inclusive campus that is really worth attending. Take your next step at everettcc.edu.
Back to the action at Everett Community College, coming to you live from Larry Walker Court in the Walt Price Student Fitness Center. Now the Trojans are ready for action. Kimmel inbounds to Nicardo. Back to Kimmel. Over to Louis, back to Kimmel, back to Nicardo. To Louis, to Nicardo. Back to Kimmel. Back to Nicardo, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kimmel will take the shot. Off the iron, no good, but they get a new 20 seconds. Nicardo's going to drive in, no good. Burns with the rebound. Shot from Sanchez. That one is good for 3. Cuts the Everett lead to 15. Kahunahana with the ball. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall shot. A little long, no good. Sanchez with the rebound. Ball goes up to Kimmel. Louis, then to Nicardo. Back to Louis. Back to Kimmel. Tries to get it underneath to Sanchez. Poked away by Hezekiah. Out of bounds. Stays with Shoreline. Burns to inbounds with 17 on the shot clock. It's it to Kimmel. It's it back to Burns. Layup rolls off, no good. Rebound Sanchez, and she puts it back for 2. Everett leads by 13. Rosalasco gives over to Marshall, who sends it out to Kahunahana. Back to Marshall. All the way out to Hezekiah. Kahunahana. Marshall. She'll drive for 2. Gets that one in. 67-52, Everett leads. Louis gets it to Burns. Burns will take a shot. Off the iron, no good. Sanchez rebound. Excellent rebounder, Sanchez. Kimmel with the shot. In and out. Rebound goes to Hezekiah. She gives it to Kahunahana. Trying to work her way in. She can't get in there. Both of these players have 4 fouls. Let's see who's going to sit down. It's going to be Nicardo. Nicardo with her 5th foul. She'll be replaced by Ryden. Ryden also with 4 fouls. Oh, pardon me. No, she has 1 foul, 4 points. I was reading my scoreboard backwards. Hezekiah inbounds to Kahunahana. Back to Hezekiah. She gets it into Martin. Martin over to Marshall to Kahunahana to Hezekiah. Back to Martin. Back to Hezekiah, and she'll take the shot. And it's good for 2. 69-52, Everett leads by 17. Louis with the ball over to Ryden. Back to Louis, and she'll shoot for 3. Air ball. Rebound fought over, eventually comes down to Louis, and she puts it up. No good. Everett with the rebound. Marshall brings it over. Over to Kahunahana to Martin. Martin shot in and out. Out of bounds. Last touched by Rosalasco of Everett. Shoreline ball. And Hezekiah is going to sit down for a moment. Inbounds to Louis. Over to Ryden. Back to Louis. Into Sanchez. She'll shoot. Easy 2. Shoreline to 54 to Everett 69. Kahunahana brings it across. Hands off to Marshall. Marshall's pass is tapped away. Eventually Louis corrals it. Loses her footing and goes down. We get a whistle, and they're going to say that Marshall helped her on the way. 3rd personal on Marshall. Marshall and Martin both are going to take a rest. Hendrickson in, and Guzman back in. Kimmel inbounds. Gets it right back. Sends it over to Ryden. Ryden shot is no good. Rebound Everett. Ball into Kahunahana's hand. She brings it across. Takes it all the way underneath. Kicks it back outside to Guzman. She passes over to Delaney, who takes a shot. No good. Rebound Everett. Kahunahana working her way in again. Gets it underneath to Hendrickson. And she travels. Ball back to Shoreline. 1:45 to go. 15-point Everett lead. Louis with the ball. Back to Louis. Over. Shot from Ryden is no good. Kahunahana going all the way. Off the glass for 2 plus 1. 17-point Everett lead. 1:21 to go. That'll send Kahunahana to the line. First personal on number 20, who isn't actually on my roster. Let me bring up the digital stat sheet. Take a look and see who number 20 is. First shot is no good. Rebound by Hendrickson. Putback's no good, but she gets it back and draws another foul. That'll send Hendrickson to the line, and that's the second personal on Ryden. That one's off the rim, no good. Rebound poked out of bound by Kahunahana, and she ends up in the front row. Looks like she is fine. Number 20 is Hien Nguyen, who I don't have my roster sheet for, so I can't tell you what school she is from, but she has 1 foul. Technical foul called on the Trojan bench. Ryden is going to take those shots. That one rattles in. Second shot is up and good as well. So they'll get 2 in possession. Kimmel to inbounds, 1:18 to go. 15-point ball game. Back to Kimmel. Back to Louis. Gets it over. Shot from the corner is good for 3 from Ryden. Makes it a 12-point game. Delaney with the ball. Back to Kahunahana. Trinity over to Guzman. She sends it over to Delaney. Back to Kahunahana. 7 on the shot clock. Delaney tries to put it up, gets no iron. I don't think Larsa Guzman realized that the shot clock didn't reset. She's checking with the ref. Didn't that get a little iron? The ref says no. That shot was iron deficient. Louis brings it across. Trinity almost got that one away. Shot up for number 20, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Sanchez. Another one. That one is good. Was she on the line? No, she wasn't. Behind the line. Good for 3. Makes it a 9-point game. Shoreline fighting back, but only 10 seconds to go, so this is going to be it. Guzman sends it to Kahunahana, who's going to hold on to it and let the clock run down. Until it hits 000. That is ball game. Shoreline with a push at the end made it a little closer, but Everett comes out on top 71-62. We're going to take a short break and be back with a quick look at stats and then wrap things up from Larry Walker Court. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, my name is Chuck Watts from Z Sport. When this car has an engine in it, it only uses AMSOIL synthetic motor oil. I invite you this month to try an AMSOIL synthetic oil change for yourself, only at Z Sport Automotive.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at stats. We'll start with the road team. Dolphins leading all scorers was... Pardon me. Let me get this to... I can't get this to reset. There we go. Leading all scorers for the Dolphins with 34 points was Loriana Sanchez. She was followed by Ryden with 9. 5 apiece from Kimmel, Smith, and Burns. 3 from Gwynn at the end, off the bench, and 1 from Zaylin Louis. For Everett, Trojans were led. Oh, this is rearranged. There we go. Morgan Marshall led Everett with 27. Hezekiah followed with 24. Behind the 2 in double figures were 9 from Alexa Martin, 6 from Guzman, 2 apiece from Kahunahana and Turner, and 1 from Macy Delaney. Quick look at shooting stats team-wise. Everett 71 came from 24 of 72 shooting from the field, 7 of 29 from the three-point range, and 16 of 28 from the free throw line. Shoreline at 62 points, 20 of 70 from the field, 7 of 30 from three-point range, and 15 of 27 from the free throw line. Trojans drop Shoreline 71-62. Well, I will see you down at concessions if you're down here. Otherwise, we'll see you for men's basketball coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll have the stream going in about 15. You're watching Trojans Live. I'm Michael Gose. We'll see you there.